Hi. Today, I want to talk about something that a lot of people think they understand, but usually don't. If you've been dealing with joint stiffness, brain fog, a low mood, or just this constant nagging sense of underlying inflammation, then this is for you. We're going to make a very complex topic very simple. We're talking about omega-3 fatty acids. You've probably heard they're anti-inflammatory, but what does that actually mean? How does it work inside your body? If you've been confused or maybe you've tried taking fish oil and saw no results, stick around. We're going to bring clarity to all of this. Let's start with the big idea. Your body is in a constant balancing act between two forces, inflammation and anti-inflammation. You don't want to eliminate inflammation entirely. You need it to heal an injury, to fight off an infection. But what you don't want is chronic low-grade inflammation, the kind that slowly drains your energy and puts stress on your entire system. Omega-3s are the raw materials your body uses to manage this balance. Think of your cells as tiny factories. These factories use fats to create chemical messengers. Some messengers shout inflammation on, and others whisper, calm down. Omega-3s are the building blocks for those calming messengers. So here's the core principle. If your ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fats is out of balance, your body's entire inflammation control system is out of balance. This doesn't mean omega-6 is the villain, it's not. But the modern diet has pushed this ratio to an extreme. And when that balance is gone, the body gets stuck in a state where it can't properly turn inflammation off. It's not just about pain or swelling. It's a deep biochemical process, and at the center of it are the fats you eat. Let me break down how this works step by step. First, every single cell in your body is wrapped in a membrane made of fat. This membrane isn't just a wall, it's a communication hub. It's constantly reading signals from the outside world and adjusting. When you eat enough omega-3s, they get built directly into these cell membranes, making them more flexible and flexible. A flexible membrane is a better communicator. It can receive calming signals more efficiently. But if that membrane is dominated by omega-6 fats, which is incredibly common, it becomes more rigid. And a rigid membrane tends to favor inflammatory signals. Second, when your body needs to actively calm things down, it pulls those omega-3s out of the cell membrane and converts them into powerful compounds called resolvins and protectins. Their job is literally in their name. They resolve inflammation after it's served its purpose. Without enough omega-3s, your body struggles to manufacture these compounds. It's like having a smoke detector that keeps blaring long after the fire is out. The alarm itself becomes the problem. Third, omega-6 fats also get pulled from the cell membrane, but they tend to create compounds that initiate inflammation. Again, this is a necessary process for healing.
But the issue is the sheer imbalance. The ancestral human diet had a ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 that was close to 1-to-1, maybe 2-to-1. The average modern diet, it's estimated to be around 15-to-1, sometimes even higher. This dietary reality keeps the body perpetually primed for an inflammatory response. And it's not just one type of omega-3. The two most important ones from marine sources are EPA and DHA, and they have different jobs. Think of EPA as the first responder. It directly helps manage the inflammatory pathways. DHA is more of a structural player. It's crucial for your brain, your nervous system, and the integrity of those cell membranes we talked about. A massive percentage of your brain tissue is made of DHA. Not enough DHA, and your brain becomes less efficient, more susceptible to stress. So when you think omega-3, think beyond just inflammation. Think cell health, nerve health, and mood. So why are most of us so out of balance? It's a perfect storm. We don't eat enough fatty fish. We rely on plant-based omega-3s like flax and chia, but the body's notoriously bad at converting them into the usable EPA and DHA. And most importantly, our food supply is saturated with industrial seed oils. Soybean, corn, canola, sunflower oil, they're in everything from salad dressings to baked goods, and they massively overload our system with omega-6. This leads to some critical mistakes. The biggest is trying to fix the problem by just adding a fish oil pill to a bad diet. If you're still consuming huge amounts of seed oils, sugar, and processed foods, the omega-3s are fighting an uphill battle they can't win. Another mistake is inconsistency. Omega-3s aren't like aspirin. You don't feel it after one dose. They work by gradually becoming part of your cellular architecture. This takes weeks and months of consistent intake. Finally, quality matters. A cheap, oxidized fish oil supplement can actually create more stress in the body. It has to be fresh, potent, and stored correctly. So, how do you know if your balance might be off? Again, this isn't a diagnosis, but there are patterns. You might notice things like dry skin, stiff or achy joints, a persistent low mood, or difficulty concentrating. Maybe you feel fatigued for no reason, or your recovery from workouts is incredibly slow. Brittle nails, eye dryness, feeling easily irritated, these are all subtle signals that your body's internal environment might be leaning towards inflammation. All right, let's make this practical. How do you start to fix this? I'll give you a simple plan. Step 1 is the foundation. Reduce your omega-6 load. This is non-negotiable. Start by actively removing those industrial seed oils: corn, soybean, canola, sunflower, safflower oil. This means reading labels. They hide in restaurant food, packaged snacks, sauces, and mayos. Just doing this one thing will dramatically lower your omega-6 intake. Replace them with stable traditional fats like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, butter, ghee, or coconut oil. Step 2. Consciously add marine omega-3 sources. The goal is consistency, not massive doses. Eating fatty fish like wild salmon, sardines, mackerel, or anchovies 2 to 3 times a week is a fantastic baseline. If you opt for a supplement, look for one with a high concentration of EPA and DHA combined, and make sure it's from a reputable brand that does third-party testing for purity and freshness. And always take it with a meal to improve absorption. Step 3. Think about the overall quality of your cells. Your membranes reflect everything you eat. To support them, lower your intake of refined carbs and sugar, which can create their own inflammatory stress. Eat more vegetables for their minerals and fiber. A healthy cell membrane allows omega-3s to do their job much more effectively. Step 4 is to zoom out. A healthy lifestyle lowers your baseline level of inflammation, which amplifies the benefits of everything else. This means daily walks, getting sunlight, prioritizing sleep, managing stress, and staying hydrated. These aren't extras, they are fundamental. And the final step, step 5, is patience. This is a structural change. It takes time for these new fats to be transported through your body and integrated into the membranes of trillions of cells. You might notice subtle shifts in mood or joint comfort in 2 to 4 weeks. More noticeable changes often take 8 to 12 weeks. But the real, deep benefits come after several months of consistency. When that balance starts to shift, people report feeling a sense of inner calm. They notice more stable energy, better mental clarity, and improved recovery. Their skin looks healthier. They just feel lighter. Scientifically, what's happening is you're supporting more flexible cell membranes, more efficient signaling, and a nervous system that's better equipped to handle stress. I want to leave you with this. You're not trying to force your body to do anything. You're simply giving it the correct building blocks it was designed to use. Your body wants balance. When you gradually reduce the inflammatory load from seed oils and increase the calming signals from omega-3s, you're not depriving yourself. You are restoring your body's natural ability to regulate itself. And your body is incredibly resilient. It can adapt and rebuild even after years of imbalance. Your job is just to provide the right materials, consistently. Food is information, and your cells are listening.